Hello, and welcome to Library Quest, where my main goal is to read books and to figure out if they're worthy of buying and becoming a part of my personal library. So, the book that I'm reviewing today is Voice Like a Hyacinth, which is by Mallory Pearson. This book really captured my eye with its cover. I was just like, ooh, that looks pretty and interesting and a little bit chaotic. What is this book about? And it's about five different women who are living in the same place, and they're all going to art school, and this is their senior year. Where one, our main character Jo, she is so afraid of being an individual. She finds all of her meaning and all of who she is within her group of people that she has been living with for the past 4 years. And now with this being senior year and the and being the art scene and having the chance to have your own solo gallery, the tension between the group, will it destroy her because all of her being is within that group. And from the get-go, just the opening chapter, it was just I didn't really understand what I was truly getting myself into, because it's going almost like a checklist. This is what we did, this is another thing that we did, and look at this, look at how bonded we are. And it's almost like 10 pages of it, and I was like, oh no, this book, I don't know if I'm gonna be into this book. But once you got away from that and you got to actually see the different characters within this book, I was like, okay, I feel like the author wanted me to really believe that that how tight these people's are. And mostly just seeing how our main character Jo, how she just fully thinks that her life would just tear apart without any one of these friends that she has. And basically they're her family. Especially because senior year is the year that you all depart. You all go find your own individual, you find your own individual self. And she's very afraid of it. Now, Mallory Pearson does try to take like a little bit of like a witchcraft type of scenario where the girls are like, well, to help us with our art, we're going to look at this spell. And we're going to we're going to curse this one guy who's really terrible to us, a really terrible teacher. And then all the bad that goes on to him, all the good will come on to us. And I felt like this was like one of the weakest parts of this book. It really felt like it was forced in there, and that the author was just saying, okay, now my story cannot just really stand alone with it being about a girl trying to figure out who she is outside of her friend group, and if she can live with the fact that she's going for into an industry that's such cutthroat. Instead, we get this story about this almost like demonic character that's following our individual girls, and that's the reason why our main character's having all these issues throughout the book. And I felt like that part of the story just weakened what the author was telling within this character journey, because it made it really feel like that the witchcraft and is the force that's making having all these bad consequences for our main character. So I would say that this book is slowly paced, but I was really more into the character development and the character study that's in this book. But when it comes to the whole witchcraft part, I just felt like that was just a hook that just didn't need to be there in the first place. I felt like that Pearson's really her the strength of her word choices and the way that she would describe certain paintings that the artists do. I was like, oh man, this is like very vivid and I can really feel it. It's not a perfect book, but it does have its bright moments. But sadly, I'm going to give Voice Like a Hyacinth a 2.5 out of 5. I really think that maybe the next book that this author does is going to be stronger, because I do feel like there is something for, I can see some sparkle within this writer. But just this book just really didn't hit for me. Have you read this book, and what do you think about it? And let me know down below. My name is David, and this is Library Quest, and please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.